Welcome to VendTek's corporate presentation. My name is W. Cannon. I'm the company's CEO, and I'll be discussing with you today many of the exciting and new things we are doing around the world. VendTek is a publicly traded company listed on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the symbol VSI. Over the course of this presentation, I will tell you about why investors, suppliers, and customers choose VendTek. I will explain what the eFresh platform is and what problems it solves. I'll review our financial model and strategies and tell you about the global markets that we are in and our leadership team. eFresh was conceived in the late 1990s to create a new distribution paradigm by moving data between retailers and source suppliers for products like gift cards, phone top-up, bill payment, processing payment cards, loading e-wallets, and online payments. The eFresh system digitizes cash. Our software is developed in-house. We own the intellectual property and push ourselves to make our software world-class. The global market for our applications is over 3.5 billion people. We keep an eye on the future and imagine what our system will have to do in years to come, like loading e-wallets. Because we use our own software, we stay on the leading edge of development and never stop improving. Transaction processing needs to be scalable, and we design our software with this key point in mind. Our market is global. We have customers using our software worldwide. Borders are not a barrier to us. We've entered the Brazilian market directly because the opportunity there is so large. This is a market that is poised to explode in terms of prepaid products and card processing. Our market is characterized by many attractive dynamics beyond sheer size. Online commerce continues to grow with no end in sight, but the use of cash is prevalent still in most countries. This creates a strong need to digitize cash for a large and growing end-user market. Our business model creates recurring and scalable transaction-based revenues. Our revenues will scale up as the distribution networks grow. Additionally, we're able to add new products as they become available and are developing many of our own. These include gift cards, prepaid internet cash, e-wallets, and mobile phone banking. Our relationships with suppliers and retailers create a powerful linkage. As a network is established, it becomes difficult for competition to displace. What is eFresh? eFresh is an e-commerce network that connects suppliers to their customers through retail locations. We leverage hardware and software to create electronic distribution networks. eFresh moves data captured at retail locations from mobile phones or online at our web store. eFresh processes credit and debit cards. eFresh accepts bill payments. eFresh offers custom gift card programs and supports the distribution of third-party gift cards, such as iTunes. eFresh has an e-wallet similar to PayPal that can be loaded from cash at retail and used to make purchases online. eFresh can sell hundreds of products electronically. eFresh will allow mobile banking transactions. eFresh is proven technology. Continuously developed over 15 years, it's used in some of the world's harshest locations. Every solution has to solve an important problem for it to be meaningful to a customer. eFresh addresses multiple issues in the distribution ecosystem. We create a better cost-effective distribution system for suppliers, an expanded and secure product offering for retailers, and convenience for the end users, the consumers of the products. Mobile commerce is a broad category. For us, it means using eFresh for conducting mobile banking and mobile transactions. A barrier to widespread acceptance is that most phones in the world are not sophisticated smartphones, but are basic GSM feature phones. In fact, around half of all mobile subscribers are unbanked. What if there was a way to put banking services into the hands of billions of people who are unbanked? There is a large opportunity to use eFresh to provide banking services and mobile commerce services to users of feature phones. Our research shows that there are approximately 185 million feature phones in Brazil. For less than $5 per phone, you can add mobile banking services to a feature phone and leverage eFresh to create a complete e-commerce product suite. And so the question is, how do we make a dumb phone smart? The answer is with our eFresh SIM overlay. The SIM overlay is a thin circuit with eFresh software installed between the GSM SIM and mobile phone. It allows advanced functionality for the user independent of the telecom operator and phone operating system. The eFresh SIM overlay provides secure transactions for banking, including funds transferred to an eFresh e-wallet or bank-to-bank. It will allow mobile payments to be made for things like bill payment and loan payments. We will leverage VendTek's eCash prepaid wallet so that peer-to-peer money transfers can be done as well as phone top-ups. And there are a host of settings that can be accessed right from the phone that include account activations, language choices, and communication protocols. We have also recently developed our own closed-loop gift card application that seamlessly integrates with the eFresh platform. Our customers can now create and manage their own gift card programs on any scale. We've successfully launched our first custom gift card program with a UK-based customer who's in the retail and online eye care business. In June of this year, we started accepting credit card payments at merchants in Brazil, as well as online via our web store. In Brazil, we are the first non-financial company providing merchant payment solutions to retailers, and that gives us a differentiating factor in the market. It also ties us closer to the merchants we do business with, creating a stronger barrier to entry for any competition. The growth of credit card use in Brazil is increasing year over year, with an estimated $500 billion in transactions to be processed this year. The strengthening Brazil economy and the introduction of prepaid credit cards is further fueling the growth. From the second quarter of 2014, after the divestiture of our Canadian business, our revenues will be derived from license fees, development fees, and commissions, and will be characterized by high margins. Our gross margin shows steady growth over the past 18 months once the effects of Canada are removed. Brazil is a major contributing factor to this trend. Our strategy to grow our business is focused on only a few key points. Our revenues will grow as we add distribution networks. Then, grow the points of distribution in each network and add products and services to sell through each distribution point. We have two basic business models, direct and indirect sales. Brazil is our only direct sales model. In Brazil, we have set up a distribution network and are selling a variety of products through retail and have recently added credit card processing. We are also in the process of launching our direct-to-consumer web store that will create tremendous benefits to us, including higher margins, receiving payment in advance, and direct relationships with the end users. An exciting benefit for the end users is that they will be able to transfer funds peer-to-peer using our e-wallet product. Our indirect model is license-based. We license our software to customers in countries such as Britain, Canada, United Arab Emirates, Afghanistan, and Africa. We typically earn revenues each time a transaction is processed, but with low transaction volume customers, we create a hybrid licensing model. Brazil has been steadily taking its place as one of the leading economic powers of the world. Interest rates have stabilized and the country is developing its natural resources. As a result, purchasing power of the average Brazilian has increased. Cell phone penetration has exceeded 100%. In fact, there are 1.3 phones per person, giving a total of 265 million mobile phones. Over 210 million are on prepaid plans. Brazil has additional characteristics that make it an ideal country for our business and technologies. Notably, the population is underserved by the banks and a majority of purchase transactions are done with cash. This creates opportunities for digitizing cash for online purchases. Internet usage is also growing rapidly. The four largest mobile carriers, each with a customer base larger than the population of Canada, struggle with inefficient national distribution of mobile top-ups. The uniqueness of Brazilian commerce creates opportunities for our technology where none existed before. The use of cash by a large number of unbanked people has been facilitated out of necessity by the government-created boleto system. A boleto is like a pro forma invoice and is used by business and consumers alike to pay for goods and services with cash. This creates a huge cash handling headache and a barrier for online payments. We entered the Brazil market cautiously, wanting to understand the opportunity, carrier expectations, and requirements such as certifications and contract obligations. We also needed to understand competitor behavior and capabilities, market size, and future product potential. Convinced the market presented a significant opportunity for us, we began the process of setting up a company and establishing operations. Significant effort and time was required to obtain supplier contracts and certifications that were necessary before we could begin marketing ourselves to retailers. We are now well established with growing revenues and poised for significant growth. We have recently added credit card processing and have plans to accept debit cards by the end of the year. To assure our success in Brazil, we have assembled a management team with over 50 years of experience in e-commerce technologies. Our team is multilingual and has important experience in retail sales, distribution, and mobility. Our general manager, Carol Corvalon, is a senior executive who has worked in the Brazilian cellular industry for years. and was a director of sales at one of our competitors. We started the year with approximately 2,700 transacting locations. By April, we were at 3,200 transacting locations and were forced to slow down our growth due to a lack of working capital. In June, we obtained a Brazilian government-backed line of credit to acquire additional POS terminals, and we received 3,200 devices near the beginning of that month. Our target is to be in 8,500 transacting locations by the end of the year, depending on additional financing. We have over 12,000 locations under contract, and we are estimating the business to be cash flow positive at just over 10,000 transacting locations. Our monthly revenues in Brazil have been steadily increasing as we follow our basic strategy of growing the number of distribution points and adding products. Besides traditional wireless top-up, we are selling internet gaming products, long distance, prepaid credit card loading, and now accepting credit cards at merchant locations. An important aspect of our business in Brazil is access to credit from banks, wireless carriers, and other suppliers. We've been able to secure credit despite being a startup in a local context. Our strategy in Brazil is based on a few key initiatives. Our business relationships with the carriers is very important. We make sure we understand their expectations of us and strive to exceed those expectations. We are growing our market share by targeting retail segments that are underserved, where our suite of products is important. We use our different distribution technologies to give us an advantage. To become as important as possible to the retailer and customer, we've been adding new products and have more in our pipeline. Products that have been developed for customers in other parts of the world, such as our own gift card, will be added in the near future. We know that in Brazil, being able to move cash into a digital ecosystem is a significant and untouched opportunity. Our e-wallet solution is agnostic. It is not tied to a specific wireless carrier and will give access to the end consumer to our online web store. Brazil is an extremely large country with areas that are isolated. We know that we can provide our platform and services using our software as a service model to local distributors in areas that we are unlikely to target. Our international experience and software development allows us to continue to keep our platform leading edge at a low development cost. A question that creates an exciting opportunity for us is, how does an online retailer sell to a customer who uses cash? In Brazil, most internet users who make purchases actually use the boleto system. Use of the internet in Brazil is also growing rapidly. Our solution is our new web store, Recarga Facil. At this web store, a customer can obtain a boleto that is used to load cash into an e-wallet, our eCash account. The customer can then use their eCash account to transfer funds to another person, top up another person's phone, or top up their own phone. In the future, eCash will become an alternative payment method on other online retailers' websites in Brazil. Purchases made through our web store will have double the margin and payment in advance as compared to purchases made at retail. Over the past few months, we've recorded over 1.3 million mobile phone numbers in Brazil that we are able to direct market the web store to. We expect rapid adoption of our eCash wallet due to the exciting benefits that we provide to the end users. In Brazil, our eCash product will allow end users to load their eCash account from cash using the boleto, or from a bank account, or from another person using eCash. Immediately, they will be able to transfer those funds to top up their phone or to another person. They will be able to purchase any product offered on our web store, and they will also be able to use their eCash account at one of our merchant locations to make a purchase. In the future, eCash can be used at third-party online retailers. The prepaid market in Brazil did not exist in the year 2000. The total market size of financial transactions was $720 billion. It is estimated that by the year 2020, the prepaid market will be $185 billion out of a total of $1.85 trillion. The rapid growth and size of this market segment will create huge opportunities for companies that are currently well positioned as we are. The prepaid wireless market in Brazil is nothing short of phenomenal. There are 265 million mobile phones in Brazil, and 80% are on prepaid plans, meaning there are around 210 million prepaid phones in use in Brazil. One of our strategies in Brazil is to become a supplier of all types of transaction processing to the merchants and retailers. Our view is that retailers need a one-stop shop, and so we are bringing together recharge, payment, and other value-added services. We will soon be adding a complete line of gift cards such as iTunes that are much sought after by retailers to attract additional customers. VendTek has customers around the world. One of these is Roshan, the leading wireless company in Afghanistan that has over 6 million customers. As you might expect, most of these customers are on a prepaid plan and top up using a scratch card. We have an exclusive e-voucher contract with Roshan to help them transition away from scratch cards and the associated problems with card distribution. We are currently processing 500,000 transactions per month and we expect the opportunity to grow to over 10 million monthly transactions as the scratch cards are removed from the market. We estimate that 90% of Roshan's top-ups are done with scratch cards, and their goal is to replace this with electronic distribution by year-end. VendTek operates internationally. A few notable markets that we have customers in include the UAE, where we have a long-standing licensed customer, OnePrepay. OnePrepay is the leading electronic service provider for Tesla in the UAE. VendTek has 2 staff based in Dubai, and we are working with OnePrepay on additional market opportunities in the region. An interesting and more recent customer for us is Specsavers, based in the UK. They are considered the UK's most trusted optician and operate in 10 countries. They are using eFresh to improve the way they provide eye care benefits to their corporate customers. We also have several customers in Africa and are actively seeking more. Our new eFresh SIM overlay product will create new market opportunities for us due to the lack of banking infrastructure in most of Africa and the dominance of basic feature phones. VendTek's executive team is comprised of dedicated people with decades of industry experience. Doug Buchanan is the CEO and one of the company's founders, and has been a leader in the prepaid industry for 20 years. Andy Talbert, CFO, is the newest addition to the team, and is a financial executive with private, public, and multinational company experience. Francois Chevalier is our COO and leads our Brazilian division. He has years of senior-level operations experience and was previously with Rogers Communications. Grant Shelbourne is our CTO and is also one of the company's founders. Grant leads our platform development with teams in China and Canada. Our board of directors is made up of independent executives with international experience and who all sit on other boards. Martin Perrin, our board chair, is based in Dubai and has extensive experience in product distribution and retail. Garth Albright is our audit committee chair and has been CFO of several technology companies. Gordon Glenn is our compensation committee chair and was past CEO of SXC Health Solutions Corporation. Gerard Charvet sits on both the compensation committee and audit committee and brings to the team extensive financial experience. In order for VendTek to create shareholder value, we will increase where and how our software is used. We earn revenues when transactions are processed. Our priorities are to increase the number of markets where eFresh is used, to increase the number of retail points, whether physical or online, and to increase the number of products sold at each retail point. By remaining focused on and achieving these goals, we will create value for our shareholders. Thank you for your time, and please contact us if you have any questions.